A very good morning, students, and Jai Hind to all. I am Adesh with my subject Accountancy, topic Accounting Equation. Today we will learn how can we prepare a balance sheet of a company or any type of business. So, by the accounting equation, we learn to prepare the balance sheet of the particular organization. So, here I have written assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. This is our accounting equation. But this accounting equation, how can we show in a particular balance sheet or particular format by which we can show or prove this accounting equation into a particular format. So here you can see there is a balance sheet as on 31st March any of the year. Okay, balance sheet is prepared at the end of the year. Last date of the year, the balance sheet is prepared by all of the organization. It is clear if they are following the financial year pattern, and if they are following the calendric year pattern, so then the last date of the year will be 31st December for that particular year. ओके, कैलेंड्रिक ईयर के लिए हमारी 31 दिसंबर लास्ट डेट होगी और फाइनेंशियल ईयर के लिए हमारी 31 मार्च फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर ईयर. ओके, सो आई एम showing you the complete format of this balance sheet and what the term will come. So I will write here in this. This is the complete format if you are able to see. Okay, at the top balance sheet, and then as on 31st March, it means I will mention the date on which date I am preparing the balance sheet, and then left side it is a liability, then amount, assets and amount. No debit credit are mentioned at the top of this format. Okay, so now I am going to write the transaction, which transaction will comes under which column. Okay, so now I am starting with the word of capital. If a business having any capital, so that capital will comes in liability side. This is the amount column. Actually I have no amount right now. What is the amount for capital? So that's why I am using these symbols. So capital is will comes under the liability, and different liabilities are also there. For example, bank loan. If an organization have taken loan from the bank, so that will come under this. One word I was also written, debenture. Debentures, if it is a company and they have issued their security in the market, so then they collect money from the outside or the debenture holder. So that's why this is the borrowed amount also. Next, creditors. We purchase goods from supplier on credit. This will come under the liability. Outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses, if there, it will come here. Unaccrued incomes. Unaccrued incomes means income received in advance. Bracket में I am writing here incomes received in advance. So that income will comes in liability side. Bank overdraft. Sometimes what happen, we withdraw extra amount from the bank, whatever the balance is still left with the bank. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 10,000 रुपये हमारे बैंक अकाउंट में है, बट दे हैव प्रोवाइड एज द क्रेडिट फैसिलिटी. तो मीन्स वी विड्रॉल 12,000. सो 2,000 एक्स्ट्रा वी विड्रॉल फ्रॉम द बैंक. सो 2,000 नाउ बैंक हैज़ टू रिसीव फ्रॉम अस. So that 2000 will comes under the liability. Okay, so this type of any liability is there and the capital is there, it means this side all the transaction will comes under the liability side. That is clear. Similarly, if there is any assets head, so those assets will come at the asset side. So for example, cash, if we are having cash balance, so it will come this side. Bank balance will come this side. Debtors will come this side. Stock, it will come this side. Prepaid expenses, if there is prepaid expenses means advance paid expenses, so it will come this side. And accrued incomes, earned but not received. Okay, accrued incomes, earned but not received. Next, building, any building if we have purchased or if we have in our business any value of for building. Furniture, machinery, any assets if have in the business, so all those will comes under the asset side. Okay, many more assets and liabilities are there. I have show you the format. Assets will comes at which side and liabilities will come at which side. When we totaling both the side liability and the assets, so that should be equal. If it is not equal, so we have done any mistake in this question. Okay, we have done any mistake in the question. So this is the balance sheet format and we should be remember this one. Okay, so that should be equal. This amount should be equal in both the side. If it is not equal, means we have done any mistake or we have write any transaction at the wrong side. Okay, or any transaction we have skipped or extra transaction we have written. So we have to remember this total should be equal in both the side, always it is equal. Okay, so now related to this I am going to solve the questions and then we will prepare the balance sheet also in that particular question. So let's see the questions. Students, related to balance sheet, I have a questions which I am going to solve. So the question is said, Raghunath had the following transactions in an accounting year. So following transactions having with the Raghunath at the end of the year for a particular year. So what are the transactions have with the Raghunath? So we are going to and what they are asking in this question first. So first transaction is commence business with cash rupees 50,000. Okay. Second, paid into bank rupees 10,000. Purchase goods for cash rupees 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. Single in within a single transaction, both type of goods they are purchasing, cash as well as credit. Sold goods for cash rupees 40,000 costing rupees 30,000 के गुड्स 40,000 रुपीज़ में सोल्ड हो रहे हैं और कैश में हो रहे हैं, ध्यान रखना है. फिफ्थ, रेंट पेड रुपीज़ 500, रेंट आउट स्टैंडिंग रुपीज़ 100. क्या ट्रांजेक्शन्स होंगी करेंगे अकाउंटिंग क्वेश्चन में. बॉट फर्नीचर रुपीज़ 5,000 ऑन क्रेडिट, 5,000 में क्रेडिट फर्नीचर परचेज किया जा रहा है क्रेडिट पर. बॉट रेफ्रिजरेटर फॉर पर्सनल यूज़ रुपीज़ 5,000. पर्सनल मीन्स घर के लिए यूज़ करने के लिए रेफ्रिजरेटर परचेज किया जा रहा है जो कि 5,000 रुपये का है और बिजनेस से ये अमाउंट विड्रॉल किया जाएगा. परचेज मोटरसाइकिल फॉर रुपीज़ 20,000. It is not mentioned it is for personal use or for the business. If it is not mentioned, so it will be for business use. Create an accounting equation to show the effect of the above and also his balance sheet. ओके, रघुनाथ के लिए हमें अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन बनानी है जिसमें हमें इफेक्ट दिखना है इन ऊपर ट्रांजैक्शंस का, और उसके लिए साथ में हमें बैलेंस शीट भी बनानी है. तो फर्स्ट ट्रांजैक्शंस हम स्टार्ट करते हैं. ये हमारा पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट है अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन के लिए. ओके, सो now we are going to solve this question as a accounting equation, and then we will prepare the balance sheet of this question. So first transaction, commence business with cash. So started business with cash. कैश से बिजनेस स्टार्ट हो रहा है. सो कैश विल इंट्रोड्यूस, इट विल कम्स अंडर द एसेट साइड. अमाउंट इज 50,000. सो प्लस हो जाएगा 50,000 रुपीज़ कैश साइड में. और दूसरा, ये हमारा कैपिटल को इंक्रीज कर रहा है, तो कैपिटल में प्लस हो जाएगा 50,000 रुपीज़. नो इफेक्ट विद द लाइबिलिटी, सो वी विल मेक इट ज़ीरो. ओके, नेक्स्ट ट्रांजेक्शन, paid into bank rupees 10,000. Transaction second, because new equation will prepare after first two transaction and then after every transaction. So paid into बैंक. सो बैंक में पेड किए जा रहे हैं, तो इट मीन्स हमने 10,000 रुपीज़ का विड्रॉल किया होगा अपने बिजनेस से और वो हमने बैंक में जमा कर दिए. तो इट मीन्स कैश माइनस हो जाएगा 10,000 का, और बैंक एक हेड हमारा स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. बैंक हमारा एसेट साइड में आता है और ये बैंक में इंक्रीज हो जाएगा 10,000 रुपीज़. ओके, नाउ नो इफेक्ट विद द कैपिटल, नो इफेक्ट विद द लाइबिलिटी, एंड ऊपर हमारा जो बैंक है वो ज़ीरो हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट, आफ्टर टू ट्रांजेक्शन we have to prepare new equation. So here will be new equation. 40,000 rupees of cash will left with us and 10,000 rupees of bank balance will left with us, and then 50,000 rupees of capital and liabilities are zero. Next, third transaction we will pass out. Third transaction, purchase goods for cash rupees 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. Purchased goods with cash and on credit. कैश और क्रेडिट दोनों में परचेज़ किए हैं, तो गुड्स परचेज़ किए हैं, तो इट मीन्स हमारा स्टॉक जनरेट होगा जो कि एसेट साइड में स्टॉक हेड आ जाएगा हमारा एसेट साइड में. कितना, 20,000 कैश और 30,000 क्रेडिट है. टोटल 50,000 रुपीज़ के स्टॉक हमारे जनरेट होंगे यहाँ पर. टोटल 50,000 of rupees stock will there. If we purchasing goods with cash of rupees 20,000, so cash will subtract or will be minus. So we will minus rupees 20,000 from cash. Okay, 30,000 we have to pay in future, so that means it will generate a creditor. Under the liability we will generate a creditor. Okay, creditors, CRET only I have written. So plus 30,000 creditor will generate over here, and no effect with the capital, it will zero, and no effect with the बैंक, it will zero, and stock ज़ीरो होगा ऊपर ट्रांजेक्शन्स में, इसको ज़ीरो कर देंगे. नाउ अगेन न्यू इक्वेशन. new equation. New equation, 40,000 minus 20,000, 20,000 cash balance plus 10,000 bank balance plus 50,000 stock left with us is equal to capital 50,000 and plus 30,000 creditors. Okay. Now transaction number 4. Transaction number 4, sold goods for cash rupees 40,000 costing rupees 30,000. 30,000 रुपये के गुड्स 40,000 में सेल किए जा रहे हैं. सोल्ड गुड्स costing rupees 30,000 in rupees 40,000. So stock will subtract by 30,000 because 30,000 cost of stock is reducing and they are selling in rupees 40,000. 40,000 में इनको सेल किया जा रहा है और कैश में किया जा रहा है, तो प्लस हो जाएगा हमारे पास में कैश 40,000 रुपीज़, 40,000 का कैश प्लस होगा. और इस ट्रांजेक्शन में 30,000 रुपये की वैल्यू के गुड्स हमने 40 में सेल किए हैं, तो इट मीन्स प्रॉफिट विल बी देयर ऑफ रुपीज़ 10,000. 10,000 रुपये का हमें प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा. इसको हम प्लस करेंगे. कैपिटल में creditor will 0 and no effect with the bank, so it will also 0. Now once again new equation, ₹60,000 cash, 10,000 bank, minus 50 minus 30, 20,000 rupees stock will left, 60,000 capital and plus 30,000 creditor. Next transaction, fifth transaction, what they said, rent paid rupees 500. Rent paid है, rent paid. If rent is paid, so it means it will be subtract from the cash. 500 rupees रेंट पेड किया जा रहा है, कैश हमारे पास से आउटफ्लो हो रहा है और कैश आउटफ्लो हो रहा है और इट इज़ आ एक्सपेंसेस, सो इट इज़ आ एक्सपेंसेस, सो इट मीन्स इट विल माइनस फ्रॉम कैपिटल. ऑल एक्सपेंसेस आर सब्ट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम द कैपिटल. लाइबिलिटी क्रेडिटर नो इफेक्ट, बैंक नो इफेक्ट and stock is also not affected, so it will be equal to 0. Then we will prepare new equation. New equation, 59,500 cash, 10,000 bank balance plus 20,000 stock and 59,500 capital and 30,000 creditor. Next, sixth transaction, rent outstanding rupees 100. Rent outstanding, we have to pay rent, so it is a expenses, and if it is a expenses it will subtract from the capital minus amount is 100 rupees, so 100 rupees we will subtract from capital. But liability is generated with this transaction, so it means plus outstanding expenses. Okay, outstanding expenses, new head we have to prepare under the liability. So plus 500. Our liability is generated, so that's why it is add. On the above transaction, outstanding was equal to 0. So we have to make them 0 on the above transactions. No effect with the creditors, it will 0. Next, no effect with the cash, no effect with the bank, no effect with the stock. So all will equal to 0. So now we have to prepare new equation. Once again, a new equation. $59,500 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 minus 100, 59,400 plus creditor equal to 30,000 and new head of rupees 100. It was equal to 100 now. Yes, it was equal to 100. So 100 will be outstanding. So 100 will be there under the outstanding. Next one, seventh transaction. What they said in seventh transaction? Bought furniture rupees 5,000 on credit. Furniture purchase on credit. So bought furnitures on credit. Amount is 5,000. So new head will be there because furniture is coming in the business. So furniture. Okay, FURN I have written here furniture. Furniture is written there, so it will increase with the amount of rupees 5,000. Okay, furniture 5,000 and above it is 0. It was 0 in the above transaction, so I will make it 0. And now if we purchase these furnitures on credit, so creditor will increase. Okay, in future we have to pay this amount to the, so plus 5,000 rupees of creditor will generate here. And no effect with the outstanding expenses, no effect with the capital, no effect with stock, no effect with bank, no effect with cash. And now it is equal to new equation I will prepare. So new equation will be there. What will be the effect? New equation. $59,500 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 5,000, 59,400 capital plus we will plus this, so 35,000 total and plus 100 rupees outstanding expenses, balance is still left. Next transaction, eighth transaction. What they are saying? Bought refrigerator for personal use rupees 5,000. Bought refrigerator for personal use. It has become equal to drawing. It is a drawing because they purchased for personal use and they have withdrawn rupees 5,000 cash. So we will minus from cash rupees 5,000, and it is a drawing, so drawing will subtract from the capital. 5,000 will subtract from the capital. Okay, so now no effect on the other transaction, so all these will be equal to 0. So now again new equation, new equation. 5,000 subtract 54,500 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 5,000 is equal to 54,400 plus 35,000 and plus 100 rupees. Next, ninth one, purchase motorcycle for cash rupees 20,000. There is not mentioned it is for personal use or it is for business purpose. So if there is nothing is mentioned over here, so then it will be used for the business purpose. So purchased motorcycle for cash. So कैश में परचेज की जा रही है 20,000 रुपीज़. So 20,000 will subtract from the cash. 20,000 रुपये से हमारा कैश माइनस हो जाएगा. एंड motorcycle it is for personal use, so for business use, so one more head will be there, motorcycle. Okay, motorcycle it is for business use. So 20,000 rupees value of motorcycle will show in our account now, and the above all the transaction, the value of motorcycle was equal to 0. Okay, now it is equal to 0 and no effect with any other transaction here. 0 plus 0 plus 0. Now the final and the new equation will be there after all the transaction. New equation. 20,000 subtract, so it will equal to 34,500 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 5,000 furniture plus 20,000 motorcycle is equal to 54,400 capital, 35,000 creditor, and plus 100 rupees of outstanding expenses are there. Now these are the balance of us with after all the transaction having with us. So here we should check the balances of first one is cash balance 34,000, bank balance 10,000, and stock balance 20,000, and next furniture balance is 5,000, and next motorcycle balance is rupees 20,000, capital 54,400, and liability means creditors are there, that is 35,000, and outstanding expenses 100. So now these values we will show in the format of balance sheet. How we will show? Let's see. Student, I prepared the format of balance sheet over here. So now I will mention now all the transaction which I have shown in this question. So here cash, bank, stock, furniture and motorcycle. All these transactions are under the assets. So at the asset side I'm writing a cash balance is 34,500. Then bank, then stock, then furniture, and then motorcycle. All these things I have written in balance sheet asset side. Now the balance are, first one was for cash and second for bank. So 10,000 rupees bank balance is there. Third one for stock. So stock was 20,000, and then 5,000 for furniture. Furniture will 5,000, and then motorcycle for 20,000. So 20,000 rupees of motorcycle balance will be there. And then capital in liability side, creditor was there and outstanding एक्सपेंसेस जो कि हमारा रेंट था आउटस्टैंडिंग. ओके, सो फर्स्ट वाज कैपिटल 54,400, नेक्स्ट 35,000 एंड देन 100. 35,000 हमारे क्रेडिटर्स होंगे और 100 रुपीज़ के हमारे आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस. सो now if you totaling both the sides, so 415 500 4 plus 5 9 and 5 plus 3 8 89,500. so this side 500, so if I am totaling this, so 5 and then 5 plus 4 9, 2 plus 2 4, 5 or 3 8, so 89,500, 89,500, it is equal